Men over 60, take a moment and listen carefully. If every morning you feel your fatigue getting heavier, your energy slipping through your fingers, and you notice that your vitality, even in your most intimate area, seems to be fading, don't be too quick to blame age alone. The reality behind this could be far more surprising than you ever imagined. Many men at this stage, without realizing it, might be depriving their circulatory system of what it truly needs every night. And the most incredible part is that the solution is simpler than you think. It only requires a small portion of the right food right before going to bed. Imagine Carlos, 66, or Thomas, 73, who, after adopting this simple habit, began to notice their energy and vitality returning, regaining strength they thought was lost. This isn't magic. It's about understanding how your body works during rest. In the next few minutes, you will discover one of the most powerful and often overlooked tools for male wellness. We've been taught to focus on breakfast, exercise, vitamins, and supplements, but what if I told you the true secret to feeling renewed happens while you sleep? Imagine your body, during those hours of rest, repairing blood vessels, regulating testosterone, and directing blood flow to where it's most needed, all just with the right fuel. I'm going to show you, step by step, how to make it happen. There are 7 delicious and easily accessible foods that, if consumed before bed, can optimize circulation, strengthen muscles, and restore vigor, even if you're already in your 70s or 80s. One of them, which I affectionately call the natural elixir, can completely transform how you feel when you wake up, with just a single spoonful before sleep. Before we dive into these nighttime foods capable of revitalizing your circulation and restoring your confidence, I ask for a small gesture. If you want to continue discovering secrets that will bring back your strength and control over your health, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Which city or country are you in? Write it in the comments. I love getting to know people who genuinely care about their health, and it helps me create more useful and relevant content for you and your region. Let's get straight to the point. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. First, you need to understand why blood flow in that vital area decreases so quickly after 60, and why nighttime, ironically, is the perfect moment to reverse it. This mistake is the most common among men and, at the same time, the key to regaining overall health and lost energy. Let me explain something that will completely change your perspective. The reduction of blood circulation in that intimate area at night, far from being an obstacle, is actually an incredible opportunity for recovery. I'm going to share a fact that most men will never hear in a medical consultation. Blood flow to your most vital area isn't just connected to sexual arousal. It's an essential pillar of your overall health, your identity as a man, and ultimately your well-being and quality of life. After 60, this circulation begins to decline faster than many realize. But here's the little-known key. Nighttime doesn't make the problem worse. On the contrary, it's the ideal moment to heal and regenerate the body. I remember Mr. Edward, a 69-year-old retired schoolteacher and proud father of 3, who came to my office with a noticeable sadness in his eyes. He confessed in a low voice that he had felt disconnected from his masculinity for over a year, and he wasn't just talking about sexual function, but a deep sense of losing his own life force. I asked about his pre-sleep habits, his diet, and nightly routine, and like many men, he answered simply, nothing in particular, mostly just relaxing while watching TV or reading the newspaper. That's when I realized most men ignore one of the most powerful windows for healing in the day, the hour before sleep. As we age, nitric oxide levels in our bodies gradually decrease. This molecule is essential for relaxing and dilating blood vessels, allowing blood to flow freely throughout the body and, crucially, to the intimate area. If we add declining testosterone and the progressive stiffness of arteries, it's no wonder many men experience lower sensitivity, strength, and stamina. But here's the most important point. Your body actually wants to repair this damage while you sleep. During deep sleep, growth hormones are released, tissues are rebuilt, and the nervous system balance is restored. The problem arises when you don't provide the necessary nutrients, the right fuel. Without this, the body cannot carry out this vital work. Many men, unknowingly, set themselves up for failure. They don't consume enough protein before bed, lack essential magnesium, and even go to sleep slightly dehydrated, with internal inflammation or unstable sugar levels. All of these factors, quietly and gradually, were reducing circulation to the most important areas of the body. However, Mr. Edward made a few small, simple adjustments. He started nourishing his body with the right foods before bed, just a small spoonful, and the results were astonishing. Within weeks, his sleep became deeper, he woke up feeling renewed, and he also experienced a notable increase in confidence and energy. I remember perfectly his return to the office. He walked with a straighter back, his voice was firm, and a genuine smile lit up his face. That is the incredible power of nighttime nutrition, an effect many underestimate. So, what did Mr. Edward eat before bed? And most importantly, what should you add to your diet tonight to see similar changes? Let's start with one of the most potent yet overlooked ingredients, which you probably already have in your kitchen. You may have eaten it your whole life without realizing the huge impact it can have on your vitality after 60. I'm talking about a soft-boiled or poached egg, a true nitric oxide activator. Let me ask you, when was the last time you thought of the humble egg as a food capable of revitalizing your masculinity? Many of us grew up associating eggs only with breakfast, scrambled in the morning or fried on weekends with some bacon. But I can assure you, after years of working with older men, that a soft-boiled egg at night can be more effective for your intimate function than an entire shelf of supplements. I remember Mr. Henry, 71, a retired history teacher with a slow way of speaking and a noticeable skepticism. He told me, with an ironic smile, if it were as simple as eating eggs to regain my energy and virility, someone would have told me years ago. I smiled and replied, that's exactly what we are about to discover now. The power of eggs doesn't lie only in their high protein content, but in a specific compound called leucine. This essential amino acid not only stimulates muscle development and balances hormones, but, and this is vital for men our age, it promotes the release of nitric oxide, the master molecule that relaxes blood vessels and optimizes circulation, especially in areas where decline has been noticed. But there's more. Eggs are a natural source of vitamin B, which can boost testosterone, and vitamin B12, essential for improving nerve transmission, crucial for sensitivity and intimate response. Soft-boiled or poached eggs also have the advantage of being easy to digest, allowing the body to absorb them slowly throughout the night. This ensures a constant supply of nutrients where they are most needed: your muscles, your blood vessels, and, of course, your masculine vitality. Mr. Henry decided to incorporate 2 soft-boiled eggs into his nightly routine. He didn't make drastic changes or complicated dietary adjustments, just maintained consistent habits. In just 10 days, he told me his morning erections were visibly firmer, and the need to get up to use the bathroom at night had decreased significantly. This isn't magic, it's science working in perfect harmony with the body, not against it. Understanding that such a modest food, consumed consistently, can quietly begin to rebuild what time has worn down is an impressive revelation. There's no reason to feel broken, you just need to nourish your body differently. And if eggs already surprised you, wait until you discover the next gem: a cream that can relax your blood vessels, balance blood sugar levels, and keep circulation flowing uninterrupted throughout the night, all with just 1 spoonful. Could you start seeing almond butter in a new way? Imagine being in the kitchen late at night, wanting to eat something that won't disrupt your sleep or destabilize your glucose. The answer is simple: just 1 spoonful of almond butter. No miracle pills, no complicated devices, just a portion of this creamy, natural food, patiently waiting in your pantry to have a real impact on your well-being. I remember Mr. Frank, 76, widowed for 2 years, who decided to return to social life and start going out again. At first, he was embarrassed to mention it, but after several consultations, he opened up. Everything in my life is going well, except me. We spoke at length, and I confirmed he was not on medication for serious illnesses and his blood work was normal. However, what caught my attention was his drastic drop in energy as night fell and his interrupted sleep. That's when I suggested including almond butter. This isn't just a snack, but a powerful tool to support the circulatory system. It's rich in magnesium, a mineral that relaxes the smooth muscles of blood vessels, reducing resistance and promoting efficient blood flow. Additionally, it contains essential healthy fats for hormone production and, most importantly, a vital amino acid called arginine. The body converts it into nitric oxide, the key molecule that ensures adequate blood flow to the intimate area. And the wonderful thing is that by consuming almond butter before bed, just one spoonful, you're not only enjoying something delicious, but also sending a direct signal to your vascular system, boosting your vitality while you rest. Relax, repair, rebuild. Almond butter also helps maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night, something especially important after 60. Glucose fluctuations can disrupt hormone regulation, interfere with sleep cycles, and even increase fatigue in intimate areas. Mr. Henry adopted the habit of spreading a spoonful of almond butter on a slice of whole grain bread about an hour before sleep. Just 2 weeks later, he returned to my office with a radiant smile, like I had never seen before. He exclaimed, "I feel 20 years younger," and his partner also noticed the change. That is the power of simple nutrition, applied at the right moment. While almond butter opens the door to improvement, the next food I will present takes it a step further. It can increase resilience, reduce inflammation, and contains a secret ingredient that naturally optimizes rest and intimate function. It's a sweet and tart fruit, often underestimated, tart cherry juice, but not just any juice, one backed by solid scientific evidence. This juice is a superfood for sleep and circulation. Just hearing tart cherry juice brings nostalgia for many. It evokes memories of summer, childhood, those little glass bottles grandmothers kept in the fridge to make drinks or desserts. What most men over 60 don't know is that this ruby red drink, with its sweet and sour taste, can become a silent yet powerful tool in your nightly routine, benefiting both sleep quality and intimate function. I remember Mr. Jacob, 69, a retired bus driver with a firm voice, but who felt worn down inside. He struggled with constant sleep interruptions, lack of energy, and the frustration of feeling that his body no longer responded as it once did, especially in intimate matters. "Mentally, I'm present," he admitted, "but physically I feel my body isn't in sync." That's when I introduced him to tart cherry juice. What makes it exceptional isn't just the taste, but the synergy it creates with the body while you sleep. It's one of the richest natural sources of melatonin, the key hormone for deep, restorative sleep. It's also packed with anthocyanins, natural compounds with powerful anti-inflammatory properties that also stimulate nitric oxide production. This means that while you sleep, the juice helps dilate, repair, and optimize blood flow to your muscles, heart, and, of course, your most intimate areas. Mr. Jacob began consuming a small glass of this juice about 30 minutes before bedtime. He described this practice as a deeply relaxing nighttime ritual. In just a few days, he noticed that falling asleep became much easier. Over the following weeks, he discovered that he woke up less often during the night, that he felt more energetic at dawn, and there was something else that pleasantly surprised him. His morning erections were visibly firmer. "I didn't expect the cherry juice to do this," he told me with a laugh, "but I accept it with gratitude." What impresses me most about this food is its gentleness and effectiveness. No side effects, no complications, just a modest portion, and the body receives exactly what it needs to regenerate and rebuild. While the cherry juice works to calm and repair from the inside, the next food on our list acts as a small but powerful nutritional booster. It's crunchy, packed with minerals, and even helps reduce the size of the prostate, a gland that plays a much more important role in intimate function than many men realize. This isn't a luxury food. In fact, you probably already have it in your kitchen. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds and why they might be the most underestimated secret of your nightly routine. Pumpkin seeds are a concentrated source of mineral energy in every spoonful. Sometimes the greatest healing power is hidden in the smallest, most unassuming elements. That's exactly what pumpkin seeds represent. They often go unnoticed, those tiny green seeds many of us discard after carving pumpkins for holidays. However, for men over 60, These tiny seeds can have a monumental impact, especially on blood circulation, sleep quality, and the recovery of what time has quietly eroded. I remember Mr. Ethan, 66, a retired civil engineer, tall with a calm voice, whose main concern when coming to consultation was the excessive number of times he woke during the night. He said, "It's like clockwork, I get up 2 or 3 times, sometimes even 4 every night. In the morning, I feel like I barely slept." But his problem didn't stop at sleep. His energy was at an all-time low. Intimacy with his wife had become distant, and he had begun to accept that all of this was an inevitable part of aging. Reviewing his medical history, I observed that his blood pressure was trending slightly high and his prostate was mildly enlarged, something common but easily addressed. That's when I introduced him to pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds are extremely rich in magnesium, a mineral that relaxes the muscles of the blood vessels, optimizing blood flow throughout the body. They are also an exceptional source of zinc, a vital mineral for testosterone production and, crucially, for prostate health. Perhaps most surprisingly, pumpkin seeds contain tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin, essential hormones for deep, truly restorative sleep. But there's more. Some studies suggest that the phytosterols in these seeds can help reduce prostate enlargement, improving urinary flow and indirectly boosting blood circulation in the groin area at night. Mr. Ethan adopted the habit of consuming 1 or 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds before bed, sometimes mixed with a piece of banana and other times alone. Within a few weeks, the number of times he woke up to use the bathroom at night was cut in half. Within a month, he felt more rested, clearer-headed, and, to his surprise, much more responsive in intimate moments. "I haven't felt this steady in years," he said. "I feel like something has been reignited inside me." That is the astonishing effect these tiny seeds can achieve when given the chance to work their magic. While pumpkin seeds provide essential minerals, the next food on our list goes a step further, focusing on muscle recovery, vascular strength, and testosterone levels. And all you need is a delicious smoothie. You may have overlooked it at the supermarket, not realizing its potential to revitalize your virility. Let me show you the exact recipe. Greek yogurt, a dual-action protein for nighttime repair. A bowl of Greek yogurt always conveys comfort. It's fresh, creamy, and familiar. But many men don't realize it's also one of the most powerful tools they can give their body before sleep, especially if they've passed 60 and are looking to regain strength, endurance, and full vitality. I remember Mr. Julian, 70, a former high school basketball coach, still with a firm handshake and commanding voice. However, he confessed that he felt like a shadow of the man he had been. His muscles had weakened, he slept lightly, and intimacy with his wife had become distant. "I still love her deeply," he told me, "but my body just can't keep up." I asked about his pre-bedtime eating habits, and he answered with confusion, "Nothing." Many men generally avoid eating before bed, believing it could be harmful. However, when done strategically and lightly, nighttime intake can work in perfect harmony with the body's natural rhythms. This is where Greek yogurt shines. It contains 2 types of protein, whey protein, which digests quickly and starts repair immediately, and casein, which digests slowly, nourishing muscles and tissues throughout the night. This dual action ensures that blood vessels and muscles receive a constant supply of nutrients during the deepest phases of sleep, precisely when the body is intensely focused on rebuilding and repairing. But this is just the beginning. Greek yogurt is also rich in calcium and B vitamins, which help regulate blood flow, nerve function, and even testosterone production. When combined with chia seeds, which provide omega-3s, antioxidant-rich blueberries, or a teaspoon of raw honey that boosts nitric oxide, it transforms from a simple snack into a nutritious and effective therapy. Mr. Julian took this recommendation very seriously. Every night, about an hour before bed, he prepared a small bowl of Greek yogurt with chia seeds, a touch of cinnamon, and banana slices. In just 3 weeks, he told me he was waking up more rested, with renewed morning energy, and had regained a level of intimacy he hadn't experienced in years. It's not a miracle, he said, but it feels like one. While Greek yogurt provides steady, gentle nutrition throughout the night, the next food on our list goes a step further. It focuses directly on muscle recovery, vascular strength, and testosterone levels, and all you need is a delicious smoothie. You may have overlooked it at the supermarket, not realizing its true potential for virility. Let me reveal the exact recipe, the ultimate muscle rebuild smoothie, my own formula. Throughout my career, I sometimes meet men who have tried countless strategies, supplements, exercise routines, and specialized diets, yet still feel a constant decline, not only physically, but also in energy, intimacy, and motivation. When I see that combination of frustration and quiet resignation in their eyes, I know it's time to introduce what I call the reset button, a simple nighttime smoothie that I have personally recommended to hundreds of patients. It's not an exotic powder from specialty stores, but a carefully designed blend of ingredients with proven effectiveness, chosen specifically for men over 60 looking to rebuild muscle mass, restore circulation, and regain their vigor. The power of this smoothie lies in the fact that it works in perfect harmony with physiology, not against it. You see, during the deepest phases of sleep, your body is already actively repairing tissues, balancing hormones, and restoring the integrity of blood vessels. All it needs are the right ingredients. The base of this smoothie is whey protein, fast-absorbing and extremely rich in essential amino acids for muscle repair. I add collagen peptides, which provide essential support for connective tissue, skin health, and the integrity of blood vessel walls. Collagen becomes increasingly important with age, and most men do not consume enough. Finally, I incorporate leucine, an amino acid that acts as a switch, activating muscle-building pathways even in older men. I'm convinced that the combination of these three ingredients creates the most complete nighttime system a man can provide for his body. I clearly remember Mr. Leonard, 75, who came to my office after a long recovery from surgery, during which he had lost a significant amount of muscle mass. He felt weak and disconnected from his own essence. We suggested he start with this smoothie: 1 tablespoon of whey protein, 1 tablespoon of collagen, 3 grams of leucine, all blended with unsweetened almond milk and a pinch of cinnamon. Within a few weeks, his posture improved, his physical stamina returned, and along with that, he regained something deeper, his pride. "I'm finally rebuilding myself," he told me. "Not just my muscles, but my confidence as well." It's amazing what happens when the body receives what it needs at exactly the right time. Although this smoothie can start repair from within, many men still struggle to see results because they make a common mistake they aren't even aware of. It's not about what they're doing, but what they're omitting before bed. If they're unaware of this crucial strategy, it could be the only barrier preventing progress. Let's talk about it. Why do most men fail? The answer lies in the missing nighttime strategy. Throughout my career, I've met hundreds of men who seemingly do everything right. They eat well, take supplements, and even maintain regular exercise routines. Yet, they remain stuck. They continue to feel exhausted, disconnected from their inner strength, their confidence, and the vigor they once had. Many come to my office with the same silent question: why aren't my efforts working? The answer often comes down to one crucial and often overlooked window of time: the hour before bed. Most men, especially over 60, do not recognize the enormous potential of this brief period. It is precisely during those pre-sleep hours that the body naturally seeks to repair, restore, and rebuild. However, instead of enhancing this vital process, most men are unknowingly sabotaging it. Some go to bed without eating anything, mistakenly believing it's good for digestion or sleep. Others eat something at random, often a snack loaded with sugar, sodium, or refined carbs, causing uncontrolled glucose spikes, disrupting hormonal balance, and depriving the body of the deep, restorative sleep it so desperately needs. But the most widespread mistake is failing to provide the specific nutrients the body requires to support blood circulation, muscle repair, and hormonal regulation while sleeping the time when the body works most intensely behind the scenes. I remember Mr. Richard, 70, a tenacious former waiter. He confessed his frustration. No matter how hard he tried, he wasn't getting the results he wanted. He lifted light weights, walked daily, and had even reduced caffeine. But when I asked about his nighttime routine, he shrugged. He usually didn't have dinner or only had a small snack before bed. Then it all made sense. He wasn't failing. He was simply missing the strategy his body needed most. We just added a nutritious food before bed, like a smoothie made with whey protein and collagen. Within just 2 weeks, he began sleeping more deeply. A month later, he returned with a renewed glow on his face and told me, "I finally feel like myself again." The truth is, no matter how many changes you make during the day, if your body is hungry at night, it simply cannot rebuild. But when you learn to nourish it correctly during those precious hours before rest, transformation occurs quietly, steadily, and with astonishing power. This brings us to one of the most frequently asked questions from my patients. If I start doing all of this, how long will it take to notice a change? The answer may surprise you because your body responds faster than you think, especially when you treat it with the care it deserves. Let's see what happens in 7, 14, and 30 days. One of the most common doubts for those who have silently dealt with these issues for years is, if I follow all your recommendations, when will I feel a real change? I completely understand. When months or even years have passed feeling like your body is drifting away, it's hard to believe that simply adjusting what you consume before bed can make a significant difference. However, I want to assure you that not only can it make a difference, it often does so faster than expected. I remember Mr. Steven, 73, a retired postal worker. He wasn't looking for miracles. He simply longed to wake up with more energy and feel more connected to his wife in intimate moments. Like many men, he had doubts, but he decided to commit to the nighttime strategy we've been discussing, choosing 1 or 2 foods each night to give his body the essential building blocks it needs while sleeping. After just 7 nights, Mr. Stevens shared something simple yet profoundly impactful: deeper sleep, fewer interruptions, and less tossing and turning. "I feel like I'm finally really resting," he told me, not just closing his eyes. That's when the recovery process truly begins. By day 14, his daytime energy had improved significantly. He began waking up again with natural, firm morning erections, something he thought he had lost long ago. He felt more alert, more focused, and noticed his mood had improved, something he hadn't experienced in years. He described it as a quiet return of hope. By day 30, an even deeper transformation occurred. His stamina in the bedroom increased. He no longer needed to get up to use the bathroom during the night, and he felt physically stronger, both in muscle tone and emotional presence. Even his wife noticed he seemed more relaxed, calmer, more himself. This is what happens when you support your body's natural repair process night after night. You don't need to wait months. With consistency and the right approach, changes can begin in just a few nights. Your body wants to heal. It just needs the precise support, especially after 60. Now that you understand how quickly and deeply your body can respond, I have one last crucial thought for you. This information is the most important of all, because what I'm about to share isn't just about food or sleep, it's about what it means to be a man at this stage of life. Don't miss it. The final message: you are not broken. If there is one fundamental message I want to leave you with today, it is this: you are not broken. No matter your age, your last medical report, or how many sleepless nights you've spent wondering if your best days are behind you, you are not broken. You have the ability to achieve everything we've discussed. Every spoonful of strategic food, every cup of tart cherry juice, every protein smoothie before bed is designed to give your body exactly what it has been silently asking for. I have had the privilege of sitting across from too many wonderful men who believe the myth that aging inevitably means decline, that intimacy, vigor, or self-worth has an expiration date. But I have also been a privileged witness to what happens when a man decides to stop resigning himself and begins giving his body what it needs to heal. I have seen men in their 70s and 80s regain full vitality. I have witnessed marriages revitalized, self-esteem reborn, and men standing tall, embracing their lives again with renewed passion. Your body never stopped working. It was simply waiting for you to understand the powerful way it responds to care, attention, and the right kind of fuel. And no, it's never too late, because healing has no age limit. Rebuilding is not an exclusive privilege of the young. In fact, the older you are, the more your body appreciates your conscious efforts. Tonight, you have the choice to continue with the same routine and hope things change. Or you can take one simple step, a single gesture, a spoonful of the right food, a cup of the proper drink, a quiet commitment to take care of yourself and thus begin a new chapter. You don't need to do everything at once. The essential thing is to start. Begin with a gesture that tells your body, I am not done yet. I still want to feel. I want to connect. I want to live fully, because you deserve all of this, not in the distant future, but tonight. So the next time you find yourself in the kitchen before bed, ask yourself, what does my body need to feel alive again? Then give it exactly that vital spoonful, and allow your healing process to begin while you sleep. You are not broken, you have the power to rebuild, and are far more capable than you have been led to believe. If this video has inspired you, even a little, I ask that you don't keep this information to yourself. Press the like button so I know this content is valuable to you. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you care about who may be struggling in silence, just as you have. You never know the profound impact a single video can have on someone's life. I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences, so please share in the comments what bedtime food you plan to incorporate tonight or what positive changes you've already started noticing. I read every comment, and your personal story could be the inspiration another man needs to take his first step. If you wish to support this channel and help produce more videos like this, I would greatly appreciate a small donation. Every contribution will go directly toward producing higher quality content, reaching more men, and transforming more lives. You are not alone on this path to wellness, and every action you take to care for yourself also benefits others. Thank you for your attention, and once again, thank you for actively choosing to heal.